All right, let's talk about it. We're going to break down one of the most electric matches we've seen all season. Jannik Sinner's incredible win over Carlos Alcaraz for the Nitto ATP Finals title. And let me tell you, this wasn't just Sinner lifting another trophy. No, this was a message sent to the entire tennis world.
And that one line, man, it just says it all, right? The peak of the drama, that one magic moment. But how did we even get there? How did we get to that eruption? Well, to really get it, we've got to go back and break down exactly how we did it. Okay, so first things first, let's set the scene. We're at the Nitto ATP Finals. This is the big one, the year-end championship. You know, it's where only the top dogs, the absolute best of the best, get to play. The stakes? Yeah, they're about as high as they get.
And the final? Oh, it was a dream matchup. Sinner, Alcaraz. I mean, come on. This isn't just a rivalry anymore, is it? It's the rivalry. This is the future of tennis, right here, right now. You've got Sinner's pure, relentless power from the baseline up against the crazy, creative, all-court magic of Alcaraz. Just two absolute titans going at it for one of the biggest prizes out there.
So, in this classic clash of styles, how did Sinner manage to get the upper hand? Well, let's jump right into that first set, because right from the get-go, he came out swinging. He had a super clear, aggressive game plan, and it was all about one thing: shutting down Alcaraz's creativity before he could even get started.
And here's the thing. There was one shot, just one shot in particular, that was doing pretty much all the damage. You guessed it, his backhand. Look, it was on fire the whole tournament, we all saw that. But against a guy like Carlos, who covers the court like a superhero, Sinner's ability to just blast that backhand with that much pace and precision, man, that was the weapon. It completely defined those early rallies.
And what's so cool is you can hear it in the commentary, right? They totally nailed what makes this shot so deadly. They say, so much zip to it. Yep, that's the raw power. Goes right for the corner. That's the insane accuracy we're talking about. And it's a tough shot to take on, which just tells you how much trouble Alcaraz was in. But my favorite part, hitting it over the high part of the net, that just screams confidence. It's a risky shot for sure, but he was pulling it off perfectly every single time. And look, this shows it wasn't just about one shot. It wasn't just hitting a flashy winner here and there. No. This was a full-on strategy. Sinner was using that backhand as part of a bigger plan, a combination of strikes, like the commentator said, with impeccable length. And that's the key right there. He was constantly pushing Alcaraz way back behind the baseline. And when you do that, you take away his time, you take away his angles, you basically take away everything Alcaraz loves to do, like those tricky drop shots and rushes to the net. So what was the result of all this? Sinner pockets a really tough first set, but it was way more than just a 1-0 lead. This was a statement. He was telling everyone, I'm running this match. He was completely dictating play. But you know how it is in these huge finals? There's always that one moment, that one point where everything just shifts for good. And for Sinner, having the edge wasn't going to be enough. He had to grab that one moment that would actually win him the whole thing. So what was it? Can you picture it? What was that single moment that really decided it all? Let's dig in and look at the anatomy of the break that changed everything.
Okay, so picture this. Alcaraz is serving, and you can just feel the pressure mounting. They get into this unbelievable rally, just pure athleticism from both guys. And Alcaraz does what he does best. He pulls out his signature flair, hits this drop shot that looks for all the world like a clean winner. But Sinner, his anticipation is just on another planet. He reads it, he's on it in a flash. And he doesn't just get to the ball, he turns the tables and puts Alcaraz in a horrible spot. And that's when it happens, the critical error.
And that was the moment. You can hear it in the commentator's voice, that sense of finality. He's finally been broken. Alcaraz, who'd been hanging on so tough, was finally cracked. And that wasn't just losing a service game. No, that was pretty much the end of the fight right there.
So that break pretty much sealed the deal, both tactically and mentally. But to really get how huge this achievement was, we gotta zoom out a bit. See, this win wasn't just a one-off. It was the cherry on top of an absolutely dominant run. Let's look at some numbers that really paint the picture.
First up, the number 2. What's that for? That's 2 years in a row that Jannik Sinner has won the Nitto ATP Finals. I mean, winning this thing once is incredible, a career-defining moment. But winning it back-to-back, that's a pattern, that's dominance. That shows you he's not just in the conversation, he's a permanent fixture at the very top. Okay, if you thought that was impressive, get a load of this next number. 0. Zilch, nada, That's how many sets Sinner lost, the entire tournament. For the second year running, he didn't drop a single set. Think about that. Against the top 8 players in the world, to be that flawless, it's just mind-blowing. That is pure undisputed dominance.
And we've got one more for you, 31. With this win, Sinner's indoor hardcourt winning streak hit 31 matches in a row. 31! It just proves that on this surface, where his power and flat shots are just devastating, he is playing a different sport than everybody else. He's on a whole other level. So it all leaves you with one big question, right? When you put it all together, the tactical genius, the ice-cold mental game, and these just insane stats, what does it all add up to? It means Jannik Sinner isn't just a champion. He might be setting a whole new standard for everyone else. And it really makes you wonder, are we watching the very beginning of the Sinner era?